This is the story of the AGF Paradise as they sanguinely explore the stars in search of the destiny thrust upon them by those who sought to obtain calamity itself. This is Children.
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 Of the Spine.
Hello and welcome back to the Sector, everybody. I am your GM, Jonathan, and I have with me Kylie.
The person who fully forgot to make a thingy for today, so, hey, I'm Astrid.
Typical. And Louise.
Mohan, I did everything last episode. No one helped me. I was the healthiest. Why you?
Do you want to die again?
And Laura.
Playing Kamala, who is ready to backstab and make some deals and maybe overthrow some planets.
Whoa! And that's a good lead into what we are doing today because, as you all heard from our thrilling adventure the last episode, they have made it back to the AGF, and what we're going to be doing to give our characters a little bit of a break because it's been an action-packed year. It's a little bit over a year in game time. We're going to give them a time skip episode where they can do whatever they want and determine kind of the future of the start of this last arc of the campaign. There will be some talk about faction clocks, which is something that you haven't heard we have the first faction episode up in public, but all of the other faction turns are bonus content. So if you want to learn a little bit more about how our faction clocks got to where they are now, if you are the I Am the Senate tier on our Ko-Fi, you will be able to hear our faction turns. So go check that out if this kind of behind the scenes stuff interests you. Where our characters are, we're not going to do like a full recap or anything, but we are back on the AGF. We have Hyacinth and Waiotaka and Kremlin with us. They are the new stragglers that have been picked up. Those two need medical attention, so they'll be part of that. During our time skip episode, what we're going to do is we are going to go around and have each of the players / characters say like what they want to do, and every time everybody gets a chance to do a scene, we will consider that. I think we're going to go with a year every time someone gets to have events, and they can either do these events like solo missions with their characters, they can do them together, but basically one person leads the scene every time, and at the end of each round it'll be a year has gone by in game. So yeah, I think that's where we are. This is going to be a little bit more loose, free form, give our players a little bit of a mental break too after a big stressful episode 30. What do you guys want to do? We have a bunch of stuff on the table. Do you guys want to talk about like the different things that are kind of happening that you're eyeing for what we're doing for our time skip?
So one of the major things that Kamala wants to do is to free her shackled homeworld from the grips of the warlords.
Yeah, so the Chivrak warlords have Kabez shackled, so that seems like a good thing for Kamala to be going and doing. And there's also some other stuff that has happened in that region in the faction turns, so there's I've clued in the players in all of the faction turn details.
I think probably something that Astrid's focusing on is helping like heal Hyacinth and Waiotaka. Just to get them back up and running and able to like help provide with knowledge and stuff that they might have.
Yeah, sure. That's a good idea.
I want to help the Noloyans take that planet.
Remember, the Noloyans are like...
They're Nazis.
They're Nazis.
They're like the Nazis of the sector.
I want to help the Tawhide League take more Noloyan land, putting us in their good graces.
I can get behind that one. I'm not helping Nazis. You are absolutely on your own for that.
Spotsies?
No,
we're not even going to make it. They're just straight up Nazis. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's kind of like why we've also excluded them from a lot of the game. Is like even if you guys go there to the like Noloyan planets, like it's just jail. Like the whole planet is just jail. Every one of there's like 10 planets in there or something, and all of them are named after the literal jailer.
Straight to jail.
Woof.
The
do not pass go.
Yeah.
Do not collect $200. Just go straight to jail.
So all of the people in there are literally the jailers of their own planets, and their planets are named after them. Like the lead of the Noloyans is Krylov Korovin, and his planet is just called Krylov Strana.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah. So my plan
New plan.
is to
I'm not saying you guys can't interact with the Noloyans because they are part of the group. I'm just letting you know why they haven't come up, and they're very separate from the rest of the sector.
let's wipe them out. I want to help the Tallhide League, which will help. Right now we have a big bounty with them. I think they were the first bounty that we got. So
Yep.
Yeah, because we destroyed the police cruiser, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You destroyed a police cruiser. Yep.
we'll just say whoopsie, sorry.
Oopsie daisies. Now we help you.
I see you've been ravaged by war and other factions.
We can help.
I can do this if you just get rid of this little bounty for us.
Yeah. Just ignore the piracy thing for a second. Thank you.
Can you delete our tickets, please?
Okay, so we have arrived back on the AGF. Taza has taken over / they are a major presence here. And I want to leave it up to you guys to decide what that presence looks like with the AGF. Because that might come into like events that you want to do. If you want them to be actually taking over the AGF, if you want them to just be reintegrating into the AGF, either way, they are definitely an unsettling presence.
I think, like, for me personally, I think I would prefer it if they were just, like, kind of reintegrating, maybe, like, nefarious purpose down the line or something like that, and that could maybe come into play later. But because we did just finish that big thing, and I feel like it would super suck to get back to where we feel like we're, like, oh, we're home, and then be like, fuck.
Home is under
Even
attack.
more. Okay, now we have to fight some more just because, like, there's still a lot of other things that are happening, and I think we kind of want to focus on more.
Mother Doria is resuming her responsibilities as a spiral captain of theology.
Yeah. And then we have a spiral captain who's in our good graces.
Maybe.
So, Mother Doria is definitely not against you guys, but the rest of the spiral captains are all pretty amenable to all
That's
of you.
true.
Maybe you guys don't want them to be? They could be starting to get upset with the amount of people you keep bringing back to the AGF that are they have a lot of influence on what happens there. But yeah, something to think about.
I think I meant more along the lines of, like, we have a spiral captain who's kind of, like, indebted to us a little bit. But
Indebted.
that's
okay.
what I meant more so than what I said.
Favorable. Yeah.
More like we can lean on a little bit to be like, hey, we helped get you back here. Wink,
That's
wink,
true.
nudge, nudge.
Okay, who wants to start out? We are at I'll keep track of the years on this whiteboard here, too.
Oh, that's a good idea. Someone's got to do it.
I have it here too.
Oh, awesome.
Smart, yeah.
I have Mother Doria is the new spiral captain of theology. I just think it's also, I really agree with what you said, Kylie, and I think it's hilarious if we come back and then there's just tons of like Taza people like just wandering around with blank faces and everyone else is like, oh, what's going on? But they're just totally normal.
They're just chill, super chill, just being like, oh, have you heard the good word?
I joined the religion.
I don't want to take any more of your time.
Yeah.
Bye.
I joined it.
Just super relaxed.
Do you
and nice.
join it?
You can like join their religion just like spiritually. If you join them as a branch, then you guys no longer operate under the paradise.
Right. No,
Your whole group breaks up if you end up going under Doria.
I can worship.
You can worship. You cannot join theology.
My God is an awesome God.
I feel like we would check in with Captain Radko after everything that just happened.
Yep.
Be like, hey, remember that giant horrible mech thing? We killed it.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Do we get a pizza party for that?
You guys always get pizza
We get
parties
so many
whenever you do
pizza parties.
anything.
I love it.
That's what we get paid in. He doesn't pay us at all.
Oh God, they've noticed their paychecks are lacking.
Yeah.
Hey.
You guys are getting paid?
Wait a second.
Okay, who is taking the first event of the first year?
Kamala.
No, Astrid should.
Astrid.
Because
Oh,
she's
I'll do
going to
it.
heal
Yeah.
Hyacinth
Oh,
and
right.
them.
Yeah.
Well, I'll focus on getting Warataka and Hyacinth healed up. I'm assuming that would involve taking them to like the medical place
Yep.
on the AGF.
Yep.
And like kind of letting them help out. And like I think I'm also probably trying to like learn as much as I can about it, which would tie into like my desire to up my bioscion as we time warp.
Yeah, sure. The hospital is in the Sanguinity branch.
Oh, okay.
Sanguishous.
Yeah, so you're just hanging out at home. What is your goal of this event? So like I think it's going to take a few times, or if you like whether you're visiting or not, maybe it'll speed it up if you're visiting.
Okay.
But it'll definitely take more than an event of time to pass before those two are healed. Because like even in our fiction, in the beginning, Undernot took about 5 years to get Eskel to a rehabilitated state.
Right.
But he did have his entire spine crushed. So that's a little bit different than like Wautaka has lost an arm and like, you know, maybe some of his organs got damaged. So that's a different kind of healing process than spine crush.
And I think there is a bioscion skill, not that I can access, but at a higher level that is like you can regrow organs.
Yeah, and heal from massive organ failure and stuff like that. And then Hyacinth, I think, is a little bit more of a special case because, yes, she was dead, like just straight up dead for years.
Yep.
But also this mythical flesh mass thing realived her. So while she is going to take a bit to exist as a human again, I don't think it's going to be nearly as intensive a recovery as Wautaka or Eskel.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I guess we didn't talk about this fully before we started recording, but we're going to level ourselves up after we do this time skip, right?
Yes.
So like in the fiction of this, I'm working towards learning more like higher level bioscience skills. So I assume that like my part in this is that I'm visiting as frequently as I can, like trying to learn from the psychics that are working on them and stuff, and then also intrigued by some of the more like typical medical stuff.
Awesome. So give me a roll. Let's see how successful your event is.
Shit. I forgot rolling is part of this stupid thing. 6 plus.
Do we want to do bonuses or do we want to do flat rolls for everything? Because it is kind of like a big obscure thing that we're dealing with, not like an individual action.
Yeah, we should add every single bonus on the whole table.
I think it should be flat rolls.
Fuck, I fail.
You killed her again. No!
I learned nothing.
Maybe it just takes a really long time.
I think what I would suggest for a failure on something of you just like assisting and trying to learn is that for the trying to learn, your failure is you're too distracted by Hyacinth. This is a friend of yours that you've been trying to focus, that you've been losing, and you can't, you're not paying enough attention to the stuff you want to be paying attention to.
Right.
And then for the purpose of Hyacinth's healing, maybe I would suggest you're not actually allowed in her room for some reason, so you can't actually see her while she's healing.
Yeah.
Maybe only on like certain schedules or times, like visiting hour type things. Does anyone want to add on to what that failure could look like?
I think it makes sense to be a little bit extra time.
Yeah.
It was a total failure, so.
Yeah, because I'm a failure. It's fine.
No!
No, this isn't even like an Astrid thing, technically. It's you're describing an event that Astrid is a part of.
Shit.
And it makes sense because she's a Weird who's been like...
Right, and it would make sense that like with a Weird I probably wouldn't be able to do much anyway because bioscion nanobot being like...
Well, I was going to say too, like any like telepathic stuff that you're trying to do to heal probably is hindered by the flesh mass that she was a part of. So it probably makes things a little bit more difficult too.
Yeah.
I think that is a great point, is that she's been integrated with this big bad for so long that's probably part of why they're not allowing people to see her all the time. Like they also know that she was Pythia. So they probably are keeping her guarded or under wraps and studying her a little bit as they're trying to help her heal, because this is something that the sector has never seen as far as they're aware.
Right.
So that's the result of your failure. So we have one event going down in year 1.
In the failure category. Does Hyacinth have tentacles?
No.
Does she have any?
She could. If she gets back up to speed, she can change her appearance.
She'd be a little tentacle girl.
She could have little tentacles.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Freaking curly little mustache.
I know.
Ass talking about tentacles. Get out of here.
Yep.
Why? Why you treat me like this?
You also earlier had a dog hair in your mustache, and I wasn't saying anything because I was just watching it and laughing.
We're getting off topic.
Spiraling.
Oh, wait, no, this is not the right thing. I need to speak.
So this is all in the same year.
This is all in the same year.
And we're still in the AGF.
You don't have to, like, it's the same year. Everything that we've done up to this point has been a little over a year's worth of time.
I'm going to check in with Captain Radko because we just did a huge thing and we should probably update him, give him a report. And then also, I want to feel out the animosity of him and the other captains and be like, so how's everyone else doing?
How are we feeling about Taza?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yes.
And I think we should also mention, or I should also mention that, like, if there's a scene that you guys want to role play rather than just roll, we can also have like a little bit of role play before you roll, but it is totally fine if we just do rolls to figure out how everything goes.
Okay.
Fail. Oh,
That's a 2.
man.
Jesus.
Not that hard.
Does anybody have suggestions for what that failure means? I think the way we should structure this is the person who rolls doesn't get to comment on what happens until everybody has decided that they've given input or not.
I like that.
I wonder if maybe there is a little bit of animosity towards us because we brought Mother Doria back, and maybe there's a lot of discomfort with Taza. Not that like I feel like it's probably not that they're blaming us, but they might just be like, if you guys hadn't found her, this wouldn't be happening. But like, it's not really your fault, but we're just a little annoyed.
Yeah, and like it's definitely not your fault because she could have refound the AGF
All on her own.
on her own.
Yes.
You guys just happened to be the vehicle that carried her back.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't preventing her from returning. They thought she flew into the sun.
Yeah, so I feel like there may be a little bit of, not hard feelings per se, but a little bit of,
Wish you hadn't.
wish you hadn't. Exactly.
The Taza like to tinker, and they have lots of little robots.
Oh, that's cute. Kamala's
It's very
angry.
bad
I just
for
love
Kamala.
looking at Laura's face.
That's fair.
You get into a lot of altercations with them.
I deserve that for the mustache comment.
They have feelings. Just like my mustache.
Radko's angry voice. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'll do something directly with Radko. I think Radko has been ordered by the rest of the Spiral Captains in a vote to pull away from you guys a little bit.
Oh, no.
So he was very close and chummy with you all because, like, you guys were these weird experiments that they pulled off of Fornhagi, and you know the Spiral Captains all decided like whatever was happening to these people was terrible, and they're going to need personal guidance, and that's why Radko's been so chummy with all of you. The rest of the cluster captains are normally a little bit more distant, so Radko is taking that step back to be more distant.
No, Dad, don't leave.
Not again.
I'm just going out to get milk.
Me. You can't leave like this.
Oh, we should
Milk
explore
and
that.
cigarettes. I'll be back.
No.
Father, help.
Ask him, be like, oh, well, we defeated Pythia, and like give him the report, and then say, oh, can we have a pizza party? And he's like, no. Call drops.
Dad's mad.
Okay, so that is another failure for year one.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, Mohan, what is your event for year one?
You want to know what I want to do this year?
Feels
okay.
a little bit like I'm Santa. What do you want for the year?
Thinking about where my character is going to be at the end of this all, I would like to increase my trade and my no and the heal. So, with that being said, the no and the trade, I want to interact a lot with Mother Doria and try and understand the political integration and how there's like a lot of obviously animosity and, you know, how are they going to integrate and all that stuff. And that'll help my negotiations too.
So are you like thinking about trying to like ease the reintegration of the theocracy arm?
Yeah. Like trying to understand
Theology.
their viewpoint and then trying to get it to work and then like maybe helping out with that.
Okay, so you're trying to be like that, like kind of like buffer to be like, all right, so here's the mediator. You're like the mediator of like a weird divorce, but it's more of a reconciliation than a divorce.
Yeah. Marriage counseling.
Marriage counseling. Oh my God.
Give me a roll.
Come on, baby. 2, 5, 6, 7.
Mixed success.
Oh my
Yay!
God. The first success.
Okay,
Yay.
So does anyone have a good idea for what about this fails?
Oh.
I think Mother Doria is too independent to... I just don't think she gives a shit. I think she's like, yeah, we're here now, deal with it. And then you have to like kind of be that bridge and you're struggling to like get her to... They have rules and regulations and she's probably like, I don't give a shit about any of that.
Yeah.
She's also a spiral captain, which means she has quite a bit of say and is part of the major council of the AGF again.
Yep. So I think she's like, you're a baby.
I am.
I'm sorry, Mohan, but I don't have time for you. You are a stellar crew, and I need to assign my cluster captains to my arm again.
Wow, bitch.
Okay, Mom.
No.
Kylie, do you have an idea for the success part?
I feel like the success is that the theology arm does like figure out a way to work well with the rest of the group, because Mother Doria's personality is kind of just so fuck it, I'm doing it my way kind of thing. It's less her effort, and I feel like probably more of her like direct subordinates who are kind of easing that passage in a way that Mohan had wanted to. So I think it's successful. I think you just didn't have the part you wanted.
Yeah.
So for reference, the first cluster captain for theology is
Mohan.
Axel Hedderson. Axel is the person that you met down on Fornhagi when you went to break the rest of the children out of Undernaut. He was the one who was trying to gather all of the different villages.
Oh.
So Axel Hedderson is her first cluster captain. Theology, their like excess and deficiency is doctrine and denial. So he is in excess, so he is 100% for the doctrine.
Ah, he sounds fun at parties.
No. I would even argue that Mother Doria is probably more fun than Axel.
Right.
I would also argue that probably the like opposite of doctrine is probably not super fun at parties, because all they're going to be talking about is like how the religion failed and shit. So I feel like we're better off with Mother Doria at a party, because she's kind of like in the middle, right?
She's also in excess.
Damn it, never mind.
This is a side note, but I just realized that while we're here at the EGF, we should probably check in with Chutney and your girlfriend, Abigail, at the Lucky Meteor, probably to just check in on how everyone else is feeling with this.
Do you want to do one more go around the table for year one? So we do 6 events in 1 year and then move on to the next?
Or we could just do that one extra one.
Yeah.
Just to be like, that is like typically what we do when we get back is we check out the
Lucky Meteor.
Lucky Meteor, check in with them, see what's happening.
Yeah, I don't even think this one needs to be like a role or anything. You're just saying that that's definitely what you do.
Because like we talked to the higher ups, now we got to talk to the crew people who are doing everyday stuff. And-
Arguably, that could have been, we could call that part of Kamala's.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
'cause
true.
We were like, check in with the thing. How's the animosity going? Kind of thing.
So I want to add
Yeah.
in there, because if we're tagging it onto Kamala's, because I do think that's a good idea, just getting the pulse of the AGF. Abigail and Chutney will let you know partway through the year. So you've been able to tell everybody what happened in your fight with Pythia. I'm assuming you guys don't hide any of that, because you haven't been hiding anything about this before.
No, hell yeah, we're definitely bragging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just freaking save the universe.
Yeah.
Partying
And
in
our
the
dead
Meteor.
friend.
Yeah, so because you've been like talking about it and people have learned more and like they've had time to like look into, and maybe some people are even starting to like learn some things about Hyacinth as they're studying what could be like a lingering connection to this flesh mass, there is a surprising amount of people on the AGF who are starting to convert to the Thumsromantic Order.
Jesus Christ.
And definitely the feeling of Chutney and Abigail is they are a little worried about how many people are believing this, because the Thumsromantic Order is saying there's a god and you guys have seen the devil.
What a raw line.
Yeah, right?
There is a
That
god,
needs-
but you've seen the devil.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that needs to be part of our ad from now on.
Okay, so I think we're on year 2. You guys have tackled in year 1 the general animosity, getting everybody healed, getting Taza reintegrated as an official arm of the AGF. So now we're moving on to year 2. Who wants to go first?
We're relaxed. We're refreshed.
Yeah.
Took some time off. Took some PTO.
Yeah.
Moisturized, unbothered.
Spent a couple days at the spa, got a massage.
Speaking of side notes, have we paid off Grandma Moldy?
No.
Fuck.
Okay.
You should probably pay off Grandma
Yeah.
Moldy now that you got monies.
We have a lot of money.
Should we do that in year 1 just to clear our debt?
Yeah, clear that year 1. Yeah,
Before
you-
she
I'm-
comes after us.
So I
Yeah,
believe
right.
you guys owed her like 80K.
Is that all?
Yeah, you guys have done a lot since then.
True. We haven't talked to her
hang on,
either
where's
in a
my-
long
where's
time.
my money? Where's my balance?
I looked at Kylie because she is the financial note taker.
We have 500 and
21,600 Scorpies.
Feel free, listeners, to call us out if you, on the top of your head, know how much we actually owed Grandma Moldy, but I believe it was like $80K.
I mean, I can go back in my notes and find it, but it looks like we have 513,250 gorp.
Nice.
Add a 0.
No.
I think as you guys do things within the year, like, I want to come out of this time skip with you guys just, when you do your level up, having everything you want and need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the amount of time we spent recuperating and being on the AGF, I feel like we would do odd jobs to help out and not go bored.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also, like, I want you guys to be very close to, like, whatever the Crew of the Paradise's version of heroes are by the time we pop out of this. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
I want you guys to be your almost best versions of your characters at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've paid Grandma Moldy. Year 2, I want to take Eskel and his crew on some missions. I feel like we should. I feel like we should make our have our crews like bond, and maybe there are other children, right? No,
there are.
We saved them all.
So in Audacity is Anzella's crew, who she is one of the people. She has plural in her group.
Plural.
So Anzella Medvid is the Audacity captain of the children that went there. We have Eskel Fulstad is the Solidarity captain for that group of children. Crovian Vrills is the Partiality captain. Nobody ended up going into Veracity. No one went into Ingenuity. Makis Miskados went to Dependability. Is there any names in there that we recognize?
One of those groups was a group that we were like enemies with, right? Because I know we saved one group of kids that were like enemies.
I thought they were neutral.
No, we have some enemies.
Oh, wait. This is a connection that you'll want to know. Makis is the captain of Havelock's crew.
Ah, okay.
So Havelock is part of the AGF Fearless Camel, which is a stellar crew.
Nice.
Yep. Oh, there is one crew that is still an orbital crew out of the children because that's the group that you took Rasmus and Hulla from.
Oh.
So they are also in Sanguinity, and it is captained by Hori Hideki, and they have a few other crew members that aren't necessarily children, but there's 2 other children in that group. They're a little bit stunted in their development. They're just orbitals. So they get dropped off places to do missions. They don't go places to do missions.
Right.
They haven't graduated like we have.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe they don't even want to. Like, being ferried places is definitely a safer gig than going places on your own.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting gas all the time.
Yeah, and like that was kind of what was happening with you guys when you were an orbital crew for a little bit. Like, Radko would hang around in the Lucid Elysian to pick you guys up out of orbit whenever you were done.
Right. Dad, pick me up. I'm scared.
There's spiders on this planet.
Dad's still mad at you.
No. So you're taking Eskel.
Well, actually, I want the year because it's for the whole year.
Yeah.
I just want to interact with all the children more and then start building a new spiral arm of children.
Of the children?
Yeah.
You're forging alliances is what you're doing.
And then we can take over the AGF.
Damn, okay.
All right, give a roll.
That's my lead. 5.
That is a failure.
That is a fail, my dude.
So who wants to go first with this failure? I've got a real mean thing that could happen.
Do you want to tell us your mean thing and then we can maybe temper it?
I think on one of these missions, someone dies or is grievously injured.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say one kid dies.
Let's make it the group that already
bunch
hates us so that we don't have to have more enemies.
Havelock dies.
No!
He's not part of the group you were saying.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Are you going to kill someone from Eskel's group?
Eskel.
Eskel's group has had a lot of shit to deal with.
So much trauma. Do not add on to it.
Or grievously injured. I don't think we have to kill somebody, but if you guys want to,
it's a failure.
Laura wants to lean towards death.
Well, I have no say in this, so
that's true.
I don't want to kill Plural. I don't think we should kill Eskel because he's like a main NPC.
Yep.
But we should kill someone else.
Okay.
Yeah,
Someone we don't care about.
Mother Doria.
No, it's a kid. Maybe someone's heard that you were trying to forge alliances, and with the Taza being on the AGF, they were like, we cannot have someone trying to take more power from us, so they're sending you a signal to be like, stop.
Oh.
And
they killed the kid?
So it's like infighting.
The assassination?
Almost.
Oh.
Shit. Instead of just like a fucked up mission?
Here's something that Laura isn't aware of because we did that like AGF history.
Oh.
There is a secret group on the AGF called Havert Beebens.
They did it. Confirmed.
I forgot about that.
They did it.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I want to be the captain.
And they were the reason why the partiality branch formed. The partiality and audacity branch, I think, formed from that. No, it wasn't audacity, but at least the partiality branch formed from this group becoming known on the AGF because someone was assassinated by Carlia Moongold, who is a character that Laura made up for Incunda. So the Silver Hand essentially felt threatened by this Havert Beebens group and assassinated its leader, exposing the fact that this group exists within the AGF. And maybe it's more of like a Freemasons thing right now where people know it's there and don't really pay attention to it. But maybe they're sending a message of no. Does that sound good?
Yep. That's my take. Kylie, what do you think?
No, I think... Yes. Who are we killing? Who are we killing off?
I think we go over to the one that we haven't interacted with anybody on.
That's
I think
fair.
it's the easiest one. So the captain of that is Crovian Vrills. She is a Sude. She is mean in partiality, that's the like love, indulgence, indifference group. She has Fadir Babenko, a Niloyan male. She has... Not all Niloyans are bad.
Not all Niloyans.
Oh my God, Kylie. The Niloyans were an integrated
No, I know.
group in the sector
being a
before their major faction decided to be very bad.
I know I was being a jerk.
Because even Bulby's a Niloyan.
I know. And we love
Kill
Bulby.
Bulby.
It's fine. Just keep going. Who else?
Abel Rebellini is a Tihari male. Agile is a Wirsine male. And Fahim El Gular is a Mahalian female.
The
Eeny,
second
meeny,
one.
miny, mo.
Abel Rebellini, the Tahari male.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm a
Okay.
Tahari.
Yep.
Well,
Hurts a little bit more, doesn't it?
yeah. Oh, that makes sense too because they're trying to send you a message.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm doubling down.
Jesus Christ! If they come after one of us next, I'm gonna be pissed.
They can fucking try.
Do they have a faction clock?
No, they're just the kids.
Oh, no. I mean the secret branch.
Oh, we can add them to our faction. The Havert Beebens.
Under the
Yeah.
AGF one? I don't
Yeah,
know if-
probably.
Does the AGF have a faction turn?
No.
Oh, maybe they should.
Well, I guess we're
They might hate us in a minute.
we're opening up the factions in the AGF. We'll just should we just consider all of the Spiral Arms different minor factions and then, whatever things pop up?
I thought the AGF would be like one clock.
Well,
Okay.
they're
And then
very
just
aware
to
of
make
us,
it easy.
right?
Huh?
Like they're already very aware of us. The AGF is.
They would
in
at least be
general.
a 6.
Yeah.
Currently. Yeah.
But a positive 6 maybe.
I mean, we have brought probably a lot of income with all the new people we've brought.
But a lot of attention.
Yeah, but we've also done a lot of jobs and brought a lot of money and probably reputation to Captain Radko's own branch.
Oh yeah.
So he's probably like, even though he's annoyed with us internally, he's like, yeah, they're making my branch more awesome.
Yeah, making
Yeah.
moves.
People know about sanguinity, whereas like maybe people weren't so aware of sanguinity before because like they're just the branch of either hopefulness, naivete, or futility. Like
Yeah.
those are people that you would typically ignore.
Yeah. We've brought a lot of hope here.
Yeah.
Sanguishous.
Sanguishous. So I've added to our faction clock thing here. AGF, we're putting them at 6. Havert Beebens, what do we want to put them at?
What if we did like a 4?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
4
a 3 or
sounds
4.
good.
Honestly, I don't feel like there's much I can tack on to it. Like
Someone dying is enough failure.
someone dying feels like enough. Like honestly.
Luis, would you like to add any other stipulations to the failure?
Yes, I would like to get 250,000 Gorp in life insurance.
That's not a mixed success.
I have 4,670.
For
Gorp.
the sake of this game, you can kind of have reasonably whatever you want. Like it doesn't.
Okay,
I wouldn't be like, oh, I've got billions because it's only year 2 of you guys
right.
being
Yeah.
back. But like,
I just have thousands.
yeah,
We've been doing odd jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we probably
I'm going to
have a
say
fair
that I
amount.
have to pay his family 15,000 Gorp.
I like that.
Or his family or like his
well, you are his
crew.
family.
Yeah,
his
whatever.
crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would do his crew is sorry about killing your guy on that mission.
This doesn't make up for it, but I'm trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
Okay.
This
feel
is-
a little indebted a
This-
little bit.
this is what his life is worth.
Reparations.
Who would like to take the next scene for year 2?
Oh shit. How about we take a wee little trip to kill Timmy Hat?
Yes.
Ooh, I like that. Please don't fail.
Shit, I forgot about that.
Where on the map again?
That is the Estolian technocracy up in the top northern area.
Oh, so
nope,
we're
you were
wanted there.
closer the first time. Yes, the one. Nope, Laura, the one that you were pointing at before. That one. Yeah. Nope. No.
The lid.
B2, I think.
Okay, so you guys are killing
B.
E3.
No. Oh, fuck, you're right. It was E3.
Yeah.
We could go back for E3 for this year.
Will they ever host it again?
Disguise, steal someone, borrow Eskel's ship so that it doesn't look like our ship.
Remember, you are explicitly wanted here.
Yeah, I know.
So if you fuck up, that's on the table.
Go ahead and roll.
This is your choice, Kylie.
Fuck, I forgot we were wanted there. Okay, I'm saying we're switching ships with Eskel for a bit so that we can do this.
So you're taking the Edda,
Which is not a stolen whatever their ship is.
Estolian merchant vessel is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
old
yeah.
life of the paradise.
Yeah. So we've planned ahead and made ourselves like really good fake IDs.
We've had a year to plan.
We've had a year to plan.
I have the
We're
same
prepped
outfit.
and ready to do this. We're gonna go kill Tammy Hat and visit E3 for real this time.
E3 will have to be a separate event.
No,
Don't fail.
7.
Nice.
Mixed success.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll just start off with the positive. You guys successfully assassinate Tammy Hat.
We Julius Caesared him. Happy Ides of March. Okay.
Okay, so now it's Luis and Laura's turn to add either a negative or a positive. There must be one negative that is like consequential.
So we successfully kill him, but because of how he helped the authority at that time, he had like become pretty much part of them, and he wasn't really doing too much like illegal stuff. Now he was like helping people get down there, but then like always setting them up. So because we killed him, the authority immediately knew, and now Eskel's ship and Eskel's crew, because they got the data from his ship, are also wanted
Nice.
by the Estolian technocracy.
Okay, fair enough. So we roll back in and go, Eskel, you can't go to the Estolian technocracy.
Yeah, you can't
Sorry,
go there.
guys.
Yeah.
So now they're
At least
also-
not to Saradin, because they'll know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Laura?
that was a good one.
I can do a positive or a negative.
You can do a positive or negative.
Do both.
I think the Starka Institute would notice, maybe.
That you're back.
Yeah, that we
Okay.
came back. I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel like they know we're dangerous people, but we're not for or against them.
Since I know
Yeah.
the Sarka Institute, I can tell you that is very bad that they notice.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Why did you make this choice, Laura? You fucked us.
Because
You
they're
went there.
there. This is your thing.
We wanted to kill Tammy Hat. Why couldn't you have been a nice thing? He already covered the bad.
Because this is lore. They were on this planet.
We were disguised. They didn't need to know.
Yeah, I had a silly hat on, Laura. How would they ever know?
I'm just making the
Great.
things turn.
Yep.
Thanks.
So we increased the Estolian technocracy's awareness
Shit.
up to 7 by
Good
1
job,
point, and
Laura.
we increased the Sarka Institute's up by 1 point, also to 7.
Well, now you can add your input and make it positive.
No, she doesn't get it when you say.
No, you guys can have say in your own things.
No.
Yeah, just a little.
The only positive that was introduced into this mixed success so far is that you did successfully kill Tammy Hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get
But we did make it off the planet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because unless she wants to add another negative.
Do you want to?
I'm kind of tempted now just to be like, let's fuck us even more.
You just go to jail?
You guys go to jail. I get.
No!
Oh.
Do you have a positive or a negative? The answer can be no.
No, I don't.
Okay.
All of your negatives just made me really sad.
You wanted to go here and kill him.
Don't act like you didn't also want revenge on Tammy Hat.
Yeah, you chose to do it, though.
So now we are at Laura for year 2.
I am going to partner with Halashiel and try to free Kabez.
Ooh. Okay. You want to describe any of that?
I feel like Halashiel and Kamala would become really close since they're the only Sude on the ship. And I feel like after going to these planets and seeing the AGF, like they do want to go back to their home world, and because I know all the shit that's happening there. Kamala knows like it's warlords are not great for people.
And I'm pretty sure that when we introduced Halashiel and we're talking about home planets, I don't think I mentioned it on mic or anything, but I think in my head Halashiel was from Yamas, which is potentially relevant to what we were discussing before with the warlords and how, if you're listening to the faction turn, you'd know a little bit more about what's going on between Yamas and Kabez right now.
Yeah. So we're going to take this year to plan it and then overthrow the dead, what was his name? The
Dead Cut. Vipley Dead Cut.
Yeah, we're going to overflow Vipley Dead Cut to free Kabez. And then there's also that traitor that we were talking about.
Yeah.
But I might deal with her later.
Okay.
I just want this to focus on the planet.
All right, let's give it a roll. Is that something that you're just planning this year, or are you freeing them this year?
Like planning and freeing.
Okay.
Yes.
Our first full success.
I had such bad things planned.
That's an 11.
An 11, a full success. So let's all add some success to this. I'll take the easy one. You guys can add more flavor. That you successfully unshackle the planet. Whether or not someone wants to add that you do overthrow Vipley Dead Cut is up to them. And Kabez is now indebted to you and Halashiel and whoever else you took on this mission.
You guys want to come?
Yeah, I want to come.
Oh, fuck off.
Jesus Christ. I think it would be really cool if Kamala and Hala were able to actually kill Vipley Dead Cut in like a kind of poetic, you took over our planet and did all these horrible things and brought all these robots here, and now we're going to murder you with like our own two hands kind of thing.
Okay, so that means that now there's no authority on that planet. And we're also touching the Principality of Vatir, which is where
Undernat is in the southern spot of Principality.
Right, yeah, Principality's right there. I'm going to say, because it was a full success, you put in somebody into power that is like, obviously friendly towards us. So now that planet, we have like diplomatic immunity, but they're going to negotiate with the Principality and put in a good word for us.
Nice.
So we're building relations.
Kamala, what do you want to add to this success?
I like that a lot. That's a really good idea because we definitely need someone to take control of the planet.
You can use that traitor person.
Yeah.
Maybe even in the meta of things, Kamala and Hala might not know that she was a traitor and she was already, working to destabilize the region. She could have been, to you guys, seen as a freedom fighter as well.
Yeah, her name is Nessus Kala, and I think that while she had ulterior motives and she wanted to rule Kabez, I want to say that because we got a full success, we kind of won her to our cause, so now she's working with like the leaders to make sure that like no one else fucks with the planet.
So, unfortunately, you guys did do, regardless of it being a full success, clocks are going to move.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the we got the Chivrak warlords, we have the Kalima, and now I'm going to add... Actually, no, I'm not going to add anything. I'm going to still consider... What was her name again?
Nessus Kala.
Nessus Kala is just part of the major faction because she was a warlord already herself. So the warlords, I think I'm going to increase them twice. They're almost at a point where they would do something. So if you interact with them more, maybe you'll get some benefit, or maybe they'll come after you guys for some reason. But you are moving from a 3 to a 5 with the warlords.
Worth it.
So year 1, we had 2 failures and a mixed success. Year 2, we have a failure, a mixed success, and a full success. We are on year 3. Who would like to start?
Cool. Let's go back to the psychic planet.
Yeah.
I know that was something Kylie wanted to do. So I feel like after the crazy year of year 2, we want to just check back in with those guys. To the people that we kind of helped and didn't let them all die.
Yeah, so that's Markle and the Feral Psychics, and you know that something happened with Pythia on this planet after you left, and there was some unrest with the High Chancellor. I will let you guys know that the High Chancellor did live through that, as you would see in the faction turns. The fate of Markle and the Feral Psychics is currently unknown.
Yeah.
So let's get that roll going.
Yeah, let's see how they're doing.
Can you remind me what that planet was called?
Tudega.
Oh, okay. It was Tudega. For some reason, I thought it was a different one.
And Tudega has left the sovereignties of Quetzalonia and is now part of the Terrobeacon Nucratic Federation.
That is an 8.
An 8, a mixed success. Okay, who wants to do the... I don't want to add anything to this one right away. I want you guys to lead.
Okay. Merkel and the Feral Psychics, sick band name, are still alive, but how many of them? There was like 6 of them, right?
Are you adding a positive or a negative?
Unclear.
Well, how many of them are there? Some of them are going to die.
What we're doing is, like, if you add a positive, Kylie can add a negative, I would add a positive.
Right.
So, like, you're not adding a mixed success where each saying what works well and what doesn't work well.
Okay, yeah. Would it be then like something like they went into hiding?
Yeah, so that would be like a doesn't work well, is like they
Yeah.
went into hiding, they lost some people.
Right, yeah. So they, like, there's only 3 of them left alive, and they went into hiding.
Oof.
Yeah.
How many were there before?
I think it was like 9, right?
There were 9 named ones. There were a whole bunch of... Remember, there was a whole bunch of feral psychics in cages that they were rehabilitating?
Yeah,
no,
there
they
were
all
a
died.
bunch of them.
Yeah.
They just weren't all named.
There's 6 left.
Okay.
Jesus.
It's a full band.
Shit.
Okay, so that is a negative,
Yeah.
is that they are very, they took losses when whatever happened after you guys left.
I think that after we left and after this kind of whole thing happened, I think they made a bit of a breakthrough on rehabilitating the feral psychics so that now it's not... They figured out a way to, like, prevent that from happening a little bit. They figured out how to work within, like, their abilities without going too far. And, like, because there's fewer of them now, they have better control and they're not, like, extending themselves too far trying to help everyone else.
Laura, do you want to more add a positive or a negative to this?
I think they should start training other people how to prevent it so that people can start learning on their own how to not go feral.
I think that's a good idea.
I think to add on to that, if that's going to be your positive,
Yeah.
I'm going to just tag on to that now that they're part of the Taro Beacon Nucratic Federation, that area up there is where the Psionic Academy is.
Ooh.
So because the High Chancellor left the sovereignties and joined them, Markle has resources. Maybe they were able to escape to, a Taro Beacon place, or maybe Taro Beacon governments are now settling on Tudega, and they have access to this kind of knowledge and teachings that the Taro Beacons already have. For my negative, because we have 2 negatives and two positives and 1 negative. The negative is that you fill them into everything that happened since they were aware of Pythia, and they are really hesitant to work with you guys in any capacity.
We bring a lot of trouble, yes.
Yeah. So they're like, respectfully, thank you for telling us things, because we were able to have some of us survive this eradication that was planned of us. But also, after hearing everything that was involved around what you guys are doing, we are staying out of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were coming out of their cave, and now they're doing just fine.
Stop it. Okay, so that is our first mixed success of year 3. Who would like to go next?
I want to stay on this planet, and I want to see if we can find more of those caves with the...
What you now know are the flesh mass portals.
Right, yeah. The flesh mass portals and the monolith guys. What are they?
The ancients.
The ancients, yeah. I want to do some more exploring about the ancients and the portals.
Good idea.
Give a roll.
Yeah! 7.
Mixed success.
I'm going to say we find 5 working suits.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
By working, do you mean they are just functional when you find them, or you guys are now, if Hyacinth is actually up at this point in time, she was integrated with one of these suits for a long time?
I meant like they work when we find them.
Okay.
Like they're powered off, but we find a way to like turn them on and we can use them.
Okay.
I don't think Hyacinth would want to go in them, but
Yep.
That's we just have 5 of them.
So are those the, like, mech suits?
Yeah.
Or, like, just, like, the little, like, piloty suits that we wore?
No, not the pilot suits, like the big things.
Actual ancients.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can get into our own Pythias.
Well, you guys can't yet. The only one who would be able to would be Astrid, because you can't pilot one of those without being a psychic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm psychic. I'm
Not
psychotic.
Well, we can
Yeah,
learn.
psychotic.
We can learn. Okay. So to add to the mixed part of that,
So we got a positive.
Okay.
You can do a positive or a negative still.
Okay. So I think that the negative result of that is that Hyacinth gets really freaked out that we're bringing those things aboard the ship and stuff. I think Hyacinth gets like hesitant to teach anyone any psychic abilities until like maybe you can prove that you can handle it kind of thing, because she was stuck with that thing for so long and she doesn't want, I'm assuming she probably wouldn't want anyone else to have to experience that. So I think she's probably justifiably like panicked a little bit.
So I think I'm going to add on with my negative, which means, Luis, you get to do a positive. You guys know that they work. You know that they can be activated, but there is something about the ancients that only Hyacinth right now knows how to pilot them. So if she's not helping you, they are basically inaccessible, even though they work. So you have to get her on board with teaching you guys how to pilot an ancient and how to interface with it.
We can just
because there are like other psychics, just like in the AGF. There's plenty of them. So if Hyacinth's goal to not teach more people psychics is so that they can't pilot these things, I think I want to double down on that, in that she is the only one who actually knows how to pilot this ancient technology. And maybe she's the one that confirms to you that these are functional.
Maybe it's because she like freaks out and is like, why would you do this? And we're like, oh, we didn't think they were.
Whoopsie.
For the money.
Money.
We were just going to sell them, but you're telling us that they were?
Yeah.
So my positive will be that because they all work, we'll take them all back to the AGF and then give one to basically like just the research, whatever there's like a
Ingenuity.
Library. Yeah. They'll research it. Hyacinth isn't going to tell them anything about it, but every month that they have it, they have to give us 50,000 gorp.
There you go.
Okay.
The research is on loan.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys have a very good source of income here.
Yeah. So that's basically going to pay for the maintenance of the ship every month.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Diplomat. Yeah. Increase my trade.
And then we have Astrid.
Okay. I think I want my thing for now to be that now that Hyacinth is good to go, I think I want to know what's in that fucking smuggler's hold.
In the smuggler's hold, when Hyacinth goes and unlocks it for you, this was an Estolian merchant vessel. The thing that they're hiding here are Sereni Institute Omnisthetics. The Omnisthetics are a prosthetic that you can place anywhere, and it'll replace that limb near instantly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sereni Corporation doesn't quite exist anymore. You guys learned when you were in the Sarka Institute that there are remnants of Blackfin and Sereni there. So they're not like producing more of these. Something happened to Sereni that made it so that these kind of disappeared from the world. And you guys have, we'll say, 5 of them. There's 5 Omnisthetics in here. And also, remember that Omnisthetics had little mini spike drives in them because that's what they were smuggling. You guys don't know how to do anything with those, but now you've seen them in action because Kremlin has one inside of him as well.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Another year's gone by. A year of wowing. That one's not going to be one that you have to roll for because you guys did all of the work to get to that point, to earn that.
Thanks.
I was going to say, I did so shitty rolling earlier. I'm glad I don't have to roll for this. I'd be really upset.
Yeah, that is something you guys have earned through the rest of play. We are on year 4.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I just marked that as a success on year 3.
Yeah.
Yay.
Is Hyacinth, is what's his face okay now?
Waotaka is okay in year 4 now.
Yay,
Wow.
that took him 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 God damn it.
Hatred.
I want to do the Tawhide League thing.
Ooh.
Mohan is moving the paradise down to K12, where Alzakia is currently the place that there is a demagogue installed from the Niloyan Immaculate Regency. They have not taken over that section of the Tawhide League. It is currently being contested.
Yeah. I'm going to start kind of like a smear campaign, and Kamala will assassinate. Astrid will mind wipe people and kind of like coup it.
What's the goal?
I want the Tawhide League to have full control of it.
So you're trying to uninstall the demagogue that is taking over Alzakia and allow the Tawhide League to retain that section of space.
Right. Because we've already cleared our bounty with them, right? Or no?
No.
Right. So this is what's going to help us.
Okay.
Give me a roll.
Please. 8.
8. Mixed success. Who wants to start?
My positive is going to be that we do successfully overthrow this demagogue. Kamala, you want to assassinate him? Would that work for you? Would that float your boat?
Yeah, I feel like we both, like Louise said, like we work together really well as a team.
Okay.
To just take the people out with minimal casualties.
Mm-hmm. Only really hit like the targets that need to be out. There's no collateral damage.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
I like that.
Is Hyacinth part of the Paradise?
Yeah, I think so, right?
I feel like, we'd want to keep her close.
Probably would be.
She was helping too with some sort of mental thing.
Well, she is a teleporter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably pretty helpful.
That would be very helpful. Yep.
What if this is like her first mission out since she's now fully okay? And Baby's first mission.
She killed the demagogue.
No, I feel like I would do that. She's been exposed to enough, but she helps us get in.
Yeah.
She helps us get in.
She can she's also a meta scion, so her two things are she is brief overview of Hyacinth's character. She is a fixer, like an engineer, because she had been integrated with that mech for so long that like her body was intrinsically knowing how to repair it. She is a meta scion, which means she can feel and understand just the flow of psychic energy in general, which means she can teach people. She can do that thing that we talked about in last game where if a psychic is using energy, she can see through that psychic's eyes just by knowing that they're there, like feeling their flow of energy. So she has that kind of like, that's a really cool thing to use for like espionage. Like if someone's using psychic abilities, you can just be like, oh, let's see what's in that room through their eyes. And then she has the teleporting abilities, so she can help you get in and out of places fast.
Cool.
I feel like now that she's getting more comfortable with us, I feel like she does that to like psychic, Astrid and Kay sometimes, where she'll just randomly like feel them using psychic energy and just look through their eyes and like comment on what they're doing, even like when she's not in the room with them. And just
Astrid, stop masturbating.
Not that one. But like she'll just randomly be like, oh, I see you're wearing the purple dress today or something like that. And we'd be like,
you're really not going to wash your hands?
Yeah. She just has like a running commentary every so often on what Kay and Astrid are doing now that she's feeling like more part of the group. And I think she just like plays like little tricks like that on them.
It's extra funny because she can't communicate with you in your heads because she's not a telepath.
Right.
Actually, I think I have her.
Oh, you know what I should do for this? I need to establish telepathic contact with her for this.
Yeah. I mean, we've been around her for 4 years at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't said it though, so like
I think you can. I don't think you have to take a whole scene just to establish something that takes a week of practice.
Okay.
She has a 3 in fix, a 0 in lead, a 0 in shoot, a 0 in pilot, a 3 in meta psionics, and a 2 in teleportation. And she's also currently level 7.
So I feel like the positives for this are we get in, we kill with minimal casualties, and we get out safely. Mm-hmm. But we need a bad.
Yeah, because it's a mix.
Yeah.
So now it's our turn to add negatives. I think the Tawhide League is more afraid of you than ever after watching this happen, and because you guys did it like with them knowing, and they were just like, yeah, these idiots are going to try and clear their bounty, and then they're like, oh shit, they overthrew a demagogue. So even if your bounty has publicly gone away, the Tawhide League remembers.
That's pretty much what I was gonna say. But if there's another one to add,
there's another negative to add.
I would say for the Noloyans, they don't know who we are, but they know that it was not a natural thing that happened. Like they're definitely hyper aware that some outside force came in, so they know it wasn't the Tawhide League, but they're like starting to investigate us. So if we do anything more in this area or anything with the Noloyans, we should be very cautious.
I'm going to count your so like regardless of how this played out, the Noloyans were going to bump up because you did something with their main faction.
Right.
Because you're adding this as a negative, I'm going to bump them twice.
Okay.
So the Noloyan Immaculate Regency, they are at a 4 on the faction clock. All right.
Kylie, do you want to go next because you're starting next round, and then I can go then?
Okay. So right now the only thing I have left is Hyacinth can teach psychic skills. But I feel like that's something that should happen a little bit later just because we did the thing that did like the no trust you trust, and it's going to take some time to rebuild that, I think.
That was still last year.
I also think that should probably be a Mohan or Kamala thing.
Well, yeah.
Because you have your psychic skills already.
I am a psychic. I already have that, yeah. But I'm like, that's the only thing left on my list.
Yep.
Can you unpsychic me?
Can I unpsychic me? I think Astrid and Eskel take a little trip back to their home planet. And I don't know if they necessarily try and figure out why their parents don't remember them, but I think they try and establish a new type of relationship with their parents.
Okay, so you're just like some friendly people who come by every once in a while.
Right, like we want to establish like a friendship with them because we're like, we don't know why they've forgotten us. We don't want to like rock their world necessarily, but we do want to be in their lives. So I feel like we start showing up and like doing nice things for them and stuff. And like, I feel like over the course of this year, we managed to like integrate ourselves in a way that makes it feel like they're like, oh, like, you know, they're like our pseudo kids kind of thing. Like we didn't have kids, so we're going to kind of have these guys who just keep showing up.
There's nothing suspicious about that.
Please don't fuck up. Please don't
Don't
fuck
be
up. Please
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
6-7.
Mixed success. Who would like to start?
It would have been the one time I could have had a full 6.
I'm going to say, as a positive, you integrate yourself back into the community on your homeworld, and everyone knows you as they don't remember you, but they know you, and they are really friendly towards you, and you guys do a lot of good for the community and also like surrounding nomadic tribes as well.
We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Just wanted to jump in quick to invite you all to join our Discord community. If you want to hang out with us and other fans, go to bit.ly/failedcrits. That's bit.ly/failedcrits, all lowercase. You can also find the normal discord.gg link in all of our show notes. Looking forward to seeing some of you there. And now, back to the show.
Okay.
And you also have the bonus of the workshops of Ket know you guys. So they're like, that's probably a very good in, is, you know, you try and set yourself up in the community and one of these roving workshops comes by and is just like, hey, you're the guys, you're the people who bought mechs from us. These people are chill. And then the village is like, oh, these people like really are chill.
I'm going to do a negative.
Great.
I'm going to say, how long are you spending there?
I think probably after we do this Tawhide coup thingy, probably Eskel and I go, we need a break.
Yeah.
So maybe like half the year.
Yeah.
Or like half of this year and into the next year, and kind of just like a substantial span of time. Like,
until it becomes like normal habit for you to visit every once in a while rather than just staying there for long periods of time.
Yeah. Okay. So like you're not there for like 2 weeks seeing them every single day or something like that.
Right. No, we try and make it feel more like natural. Yeah.
I'm gonna say over the course of those 6 months, when you leave and you come back, your parents don't completely forget you, but they're like, they don't remember everything. So like their memories aren't staying that you visited, but because you keep coming back, they're like, oh, I think I know this person, but they're not like as friendly, you know, as like when you were there, and they're like, oh yeah, hey, you know.
You're 51st dating it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So they keep slowly forgetting you if you leave for too long.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That is so sad.
Yeah, thanks.
But the community remembers.
Yeah, the community does, but them specifically don't.
I will say there's probably other members of the community who are having the same issue, just because I know why you're being forgotten.
Uh-oh.
But not all of them.
Stinky.
There's probably even some people on here that are like, they were here 2 weeks ago. Like,
what's wrong with you guys?
Come on, get it together. I don't know if it's a positive or negative, but that's going to be the thing that I add.
I was going to say, that sounds very mixed.
Yeah, I think I'm going to consider that a negative, is that with you guys spending so much time there, the community is starting to notice that something's wrong with some of the members of their community. And it seems to be centered around when you guys show up or leave.
Okay.
As a pro, you and Eskel get to bond more.
Yeah.
You get married?
No, we're siblings.
Stop it.
No.
I actually noted down in my ideas Astrid, Mary, Abigail, ?
Oh, that would be good. That would be so cute. I think building off of Jonathan's thing is that people start to notice that they're like forgetting things. And I think for me, this is a positive because I think those who are noticing this start trying to figure out, they're not just like passively noticing it. They're starting to like look into it like, okay, this is really fucked up. What's happening? Trying to figure out and maybe like trying to get to the bottom of it. So I think like the other positive part of this is that like somewhere down the line, they'll figure out why, but I'm not going to put a time frame on it.
I might not make that like a full figuring out, but
Okay.
I will let them learn something.
Okay, they're trying to figure it out. Maybe they won't get the whole picture because they don't know exactly like what happened on other planets or whatever.
Because there is a different way for you guys to get a full picture of why this is happening.
Well, because like my other idea is that maybe if we go back to other people's homeworlds and find their families that were on the island with us, maybe like
You
we
can
could
learn
get
more that
other
way.
pieces that way, and we can figure out exactly what's happening.
Okay, so we have one more event for year 4.
Yes. So after we wrap up the Tawhide League big mission with our team here, Kamala is going to branch off and she's going to start clearing up all of those AI robots that are now roaming around the universe from Deadcut after he released them because he's dead now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just roaming AI robots and she's going to start wiping them out.
Okay, give me a roll.
7. Oh, that was
Mixed
close.
success. Who wants to start off on this?
Jeez.
I will. As you start clearing them out from, because you're on your planet, clearing them out.
They've spread from Kabez to the Principality of Vatir.
Yeah, you're like 80% clearing them out on your planet, but you realize like, oh, it doesn't see. Even though I've cleared so much from my planet and it's almost clean, it doesn't seem like the number of them has gone down, and that's because they're fixing themselves with their other parts.
Ooh, they're like
What the fuck?
self-healing, self-replicating.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
So they're like building ones from like destroyed ones and like fixing themselves. So they're like kind of maintaining their population.
And it's probably because they're like kind of maintaining their population, I would probably say that they're in the stages of learning how to replicate.
So they're not like they're not building more, but they're not
They're
going
figuring
away
out
as
how to
fast.
fix
Yeah.
themselves.
But I definitely think these AI are learning how to replicate.
Yeah.
Rogue AIs. We love it.
Yeah.
That's a big negative. Thanks, Louise.
You're welcome.
Yeah. In Stars Without Number, they're called Unbraked because they have broken free of their programming.
That's sick. I love that. Kamala hates that.
Yeah. So there is a beginnings of a scourge of unbraked AI, not just robots roaming the sector.
Fuck.
Kylie, you can do a negative or a positive.
I literally do not know how to make this positive now. After that, Luis.
They could be nice. Kamala just doesn't like them.
That's no.
Oh my God, I love
That
that.
wouldn't even be that wouldn't even be a positive. That would be a negative because it's Kamala's event, and it's like, oh, it becomes immensely clear that robots have feelings.
Oh my God, okay, wait.
Because of your attempt to assassinate them all.
Please stop hurting us.
I
Stop
fucking love
hurting
this. Hang
us.
on.
Okay.
Okay.
I have an idea. Okay. As this is all happening, now that they are free from whatever programming Vipley was giving them, they're now at like a blank slate. So their like inherent nature is actually just as like little mini helpers.
Oh.
Without the programming from Vipley that was being like all subterfuge and spy-y like, their inherent nature is just to be very helpful.
They're Samaritans.
Yes, they end up just wandering into like shops and just like picking things up off the ground. And then eventually people are like, I don't know why you keep coming back in here, but you're helping, so I guess you can stay.
Kamala, do you view that as a positive or negative for your thing?
I mean, I think it is a positive because after overthrowing the government on a major planet and after being shackled for so long, I think the whole planet needs a lot of help, especially with infrastructure and just general care and a lot of things that they might not have a huge population for. So I think that is overall positive for the planet and for Kamala because it's her people.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Kamala is like, people are starting to shift their original thinking where we used to hunt these things down all the time and they're enemies. Now people are starting to not think they're enemies and she's dealing with that.
Yeah, and like they went from being the thing that was shackling your planet, like part of that whole ecosystem, to being symbiotic with your ecosystem.
Yes.
So what was your negative again?
They heal themselves.
They heal themselves. Yeah. They're beginning to replicate, or they're learning how to replicate. Your positive is that they're actually fairly benign, and they tend to lean towards the good. Kamala, do you want to add, or Laura, do you want to add a negative or a positive? Which one are you like leaning toward? I could go either way, which is why I want to let you do your thing.
Healing themselves. I'm going to say, I think a positive for Kamala, since these are like kind of negatives to her, a lot of them that are either not in the homeworld, like in the Principality, or even down here on the map in the other section of the Principality, I think these ones go into hiding and we don't know where they go. So they're kind of like off the map.
Okay, so that's your negative?
Positive.
Positive. You like that they're gone.
Yes. Kamala just didn't want unknown AI out in the world hurting people. And so the fact that they're like disappearing from reports and like they're just gone, she's like, okay, I don't have to hunt them down anymore.
So I have to do a negative. The negative is these little hidden cells that are being reclusive. They're trying to learn these societies, and you can see that they're mimicking coding that they used to have. Like some of them still have bits of this coding. They're not entirely blank slate. So they have knowledge of what they were doing before as they're learning. And you can see their societies are just they're simulating. They're simulating what an AI society could look like. And there is a concerning amount of ones that go rogue.
Laura, like you should have made yours a negative.
So we're just watching these little cells of hidden people trying to simulate what their existence will be.
Yeah. I'm assuming a lot of them go into deep space.
They could.
Yeah.
They could just be floating out there.
Space. I'm thinking like Mass Effect Geth.
Yeah.
Like they're forming their own society in deep space where no one goes and they're just kind of doing their own thing, except for the ones on our homeworld who are being helpful.
Yeah, because those are the ones that were totally blank slated and they're reverted back to the best part of what we are is that we can help. The ones that are hiding, they're hiding because they're glitched and they're trying to figure themselves out.
I love science fiction. Okay, I'm done.
I have a name for the leader.
Oh, what is it?
R00MBA.
Roomba?
Jesus.
Because they're little cleaner bots.
Oh, I love it.
That's cute.
So that'll be the like lead of the like helpful section, or the one that's glitched out and trying to simulate what their life would look like.
I like the helpful one.
Yeah, I like the helpful one.
And like we don't know anything that's going on with the little simulated deep space ones.
Mm-mm.
So Roomba is the
good one.
Okay. And then eventually I'll come back to the AGF.
No, because then I'm trying to get away from the branded name of Roomba.
Call him Rue. Rue for short.
Yeah. So it goes by R00.
I like that.
Which also is like revision before 1.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Rue. Yep.
Okay.
That's cute.
And then we end the year, we all converge back on the Paradise at the AGF.
Yeah.
I got Hyacinth pregnant.
Why?
I don't.
No, I know,
She's just been through massive trauma.
That was 3 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, no, she's still, yeah.
Yeah, dude. The fuck?
We're in love.
She's still not even teaching anybody.
Yeah.
No, that's.
I mean, you can say you're in love with her, like that. You
Like,
guys are.
that's fine.
You guys can say you're a thing, but like being
But
pregnant.
that's a jump, dude.
That is
just
a jump.
goofing.
It's a
Just
fucking
goofing.
jump.
I will remind you that Mohan in fiction has expressed interest in Myken, who is
Yes.
a person on Eskel's crew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That we did not kill off, so there's that.
I got Eskel pregnant.
No,
it's a four.
Empress.
Help! I am pregnant.
Pregnant.
How do you get
How do
gargant?
pregnate?
No, I think this will be though a good spot for the psychic stuff.
Yeah.
It's year 5 now. Year 3 was when we found the stuff, right? The ancients.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then year 4 we did the mission with her, so like we're bonding as a crew. So yeah, year 5 we're gonna sit and look at the ancients one day, and it's just like oh, what can we do? Like, I know you were stuck in that thing and like, whatever. And then she's like, starts to open up and decides she just starts to open up. And then depending on the role,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So we're all bonding as a crew and like growing together.
You kiss.
And we all kiss. And we all get Gorgnit.
No.
Nope.
No, we do not kiss.
Yikes.
No one.
Nope.
You don't
Not
kiss
with a 4.
Hyacinth for sure.
I need to know the number.
4. It's a 4.
4. Okay, so it is a complete failure. We all go around giving something negative about this experience.
Jesus. Poor fucking Hyacinth.
And it doesn't all have to be centered around negative for Hyacinth. It's like you as a crew. Because it's been like 5 years.
I even had a note to like check in on how our crew is feeling. But I feel like
I think we know now.
I think we're having some rough waters. I feel like we should include Rasmus in this because he hasn't been mentioned.
Well, I definitely think Rasmus, Hulla, Kay, the henchies are all kind of present.
Yeah.
Unless you've released the henchies and they're off to do their own thing.
No, they're in.
They're indentured servants at this
indentured
point.
forever.
No, I'm kidding. We pay them.
What
They
if
can leave whenever they want.
We don't pay them. Give them college credit.
we do?
Yeah,
I
we don't pay them.
forgot.
Oh, Jesus.
What if you're
Well, at this point, dude, they've graduated. We're paying them now. Yes, they are not perpetual interns.
what if you're trying to talk to Hyacinth and like trying to open her up and she is starting to open up, but then I feel like Rasmus comes in and he's like, so can you teach me about psychic powers,
Oh,
please?
Jesus.
And she's like, and she just like freezes and does not, and he just went about it the wrong way, and so she will not do it right now.
I have a question for this bonding moment. What have you done with her chess piece that you have, Kamala?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I noted that in the beginning. I forgot to touch on it. So I have this broken chess piece. I feel like Kamala would be embarrassed that she kept it this whole time.
My negative is that you're thinking about telling her and she sees it before you can let her know.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
And she doesn't know how to feel about this secret that you've been carrying a piece of her for your whole life.
Yeah.
And you haven't mentioned anything about it in the last 5 years.
Maybe she has a misunderstanding and thinks you're in love with her.
I mean, I've carried it with me for so long.
That's true.
So yeah, she does. I'm not telling you how she feels about it. It's just she sees it and you catch that she sees it and you were going to explain something and it's just now there's this layer between you that you weren't expecting.
The tension. I feel like that is kind of a negative because now she's even more distrustful. Like, what the fuck is this?
That's a piece of my body.
Is she going to leave the crew?
No.
All right, so that's my negative. Astrid, you need to come up with a negative. Or Luis, yeah. It's tough doing these mostly out of character games because I don't know whether to call you your real names or your fake names.
Yeah. It's not a fake name. He is me. I am he.
What if Hyacinth like freaks out and uses her psychic powers too much by accident and then kills one of the henchies?
You're
gonna kill a henchie?
It's a total failure.
That's true,
Hencharina?
yeah.
Henchathin? Hentry?
Definitely going to be Henchathin.
No!
I'm not saying she does it on purpose. I'm saying it's an accident.
Yeah, I think that when she freaks out and panics about Rasmus being a dummy and not approaching it well, she has like a weird outburst and it hits Henchathin really hard. And
So I'm trying to think of what meta stuff can happen because Meta Scion and Teleporter, those are the two abilities she has.
Teleports into his body and blows him up.
She can't.
oh,
She can't?
She physically cannot because of the level of her telepath. It doesn't allow her to teleport into danger.
What does
what if she accidentally teleports him outside the ship into space?
Oh,
yeah.
That's hard to recover from.
That's pretty good. I love that.
Yeah, just bloop. Maybe he was like standing near like the side or something and she just panics and it just like bloop, bloop. And he's just like, and she's like, oh shit. So yeah, Henchathin's dead.
Head immediately explodes. No,
Terrible. Okay. Luis, what's your negative for this situation?
Man, I had one, and that now Henchathin is dead. I'm gonna say that while the ancients were functional, I think that they also become like disrepaired in some way. Like they in her freak out, it's like she accidentally blips Henchithin and like something else. Like they all like she like makes them all fall over or something like that, or like
whatever connection that she still has to the flesh mass and the ancients. Like goes haywire.
Right. Yeah. It's just like this huge like flare of emotion, and so like it's not just one thing that popped off. It was like a couple of other like things that happened. That way, it's not so much like she murdered just Henchithin. It's also like this whole thing.
Yeah, so now instead of just having to teach you all how to pilot these things, she would also have to repair them before you could use them.
Nice.
That's good, yeah.
I'm in mourning. I don't want to do any missions now.
Yeah, I am absolutely not putting marrying Abigail up to a roll of the dice because that sounds like a really good way to go bad.
Why did I do that? Henchithin. He's been with me for so long.
I think, Hentry and Hencherietta.
Henchrietta.
They take a sabbatical.
Yeah, they take a little break.
I allow it.
They were triplets.
Yep.
One of their,
They were, yeah.
Yep, they're gone now. Yep.
Do you want me to go, Kylie, or do you have something?
You can go. I still need to think.
Sure.
Also, just since we're getting close to when we would like end our time skip, also think about stuff that would make you guys your higher. I know you have been thinking about like stuff that would make you your higher level and doing that kind of fun stuff, but also like out of game. Think about that the flesh mass exists. You're probably fairly aware that could become a problem again. I don't know if that helps jog you guys' thoughts on different events that you could do to like prepare for this or people to talk to or whatever.
Okay, so after this whole diabolical shit show happened on the ship, I know I keep coming back to Cabez, but I think it would be helpful. I'm going to bring us all back over to Cabez, and I'm going to have all of us try to help the dying race of the Camellas.
Ooh.
The Kalima.
Kalimas,
Yep.
yeah, and try to save them from not being extinct.
Wow.
I think that would be a fun, positive thing to do after everything that just happened.
Yeah, so you are...
Unless we roll bad.
So you are utilizing resources from Cabez to save the Kalima on Tates.
Yes.
Give me your roll.
And then we can go into the pit. No, I'm just kidding. 7. God, we are just getting by on the
Very mixed.
skin of our teeth.
We're helping the Kalima. They're the underground mole people, right?
They're more buggy than mole, but yeah, they're underground.
Yeah.
They're like, they're dying, but they
they're
helped
blind.
us. And they're blind.
Yeah.
And they helped us a lot, and they didn't kill us immediately. So.
Right. Yeah.
But now that the warlords are gone, I feel like we can help them.
They also have a surprising amount of knowledge about things that are in the sector that other people don't. Like they're one of the oldest races here.
Yep. And they also had that huge wall of information that maybe we could go back to and look at.
Ooh.
Okay, so mixed success. What are you guys going to do?
We left all the ropes there, and so they got raided and they blame us for it.
Oh my God.
We didn't clean up after ourselves because we just tend to do that.
Wow.
Just leave ropes. Yeah. So somebody followed. They were like, "Where's this go?" And then, they got
What's the
attacked.
effects of that attack? Like, are there significantly less of them? Did like their knowledge get destroyed? Like,
No, I think it's just more that they have like defenses set up, whereas before we just kind of like,
so they're just less friendly.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna it takes a little bit to get back into their stuff. They might not share as much.
You are you.
Yeah.
You want.
I forgot about this shit. Kylie, please give me a positive.
My positive is that we teach them how to speak the national galactic language.
No, you're gonna waste it on No.
So I never have to hear the Y speak again.
No, I want knowledge.
Oh God. Okay. Fine.
What else are they good for?
Yes, becomes the accent.
Fuck.
Here's Yenchithin.
Do whatever you want.
When they realize that we're really trying to help and that we're actually dedicated to trying to help, they're willing to exchange their knowledge for the supplies and stuff that we've brought.
Nice.
I think you are able to evacuate them to Cabez, which is this new not utopia, but it's trying to build into something of a functional society, and you are able to evacuate them and integrate them into Cabez society, and they are thriving.
Yay.
So under not having to deal with a, ripped away atmosphere and predators and, just living underground, they are learning how to thrive. And because there's so many of these little helper robots around, they essentially function as like disability aids for the Kalima because they're blind.
Oh, that's cute.
Seeing eye robots.
Yeah.
That's adorable. All right.
So like all Kalima essentially have a paired little buddy because they need help so frequently that I think the little AI robots end up just pairing up with Kalima.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that.
So I have to do a negative?
Yes.
No. Okay. I'm going to say Tate's breaks apart. It's gone. Doesn't exist anymore. Everything else died.
All right.
Yep.
The planet?
Planet is gone.
The pit?
Because the whole planet was breaking apart.
The pit?
Yeah,
It's gone?
Yep. No
I
more
can't
pit.
visit the pit?
Pit was blown
You
wide
lost
open.
First I
You
lose
guys-
Henchithin,
You lost
and now I
then you
lose
lose
my
Pit.
perfect pit?
I'm going to give you some information about the
Ooh.
pit because you guys are spending time there and you watch as Tate's just implodes. Just it gets absorbed into itself. And you guys see as it starts just crumbling inward on itself, the thing that ruptured the atmosphere was not an external source like you saw in the video of it getting impacted and just ruptured. The external source, you can now tell, hit a ring. And the ring to the portal to the flesh mass was on Tate's, and it ruptured and was consuming the planet.
Oh.
That is what was at the bottom of the pit.
Yeah. It was like sucking
Oh.
the planet in.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So now you know that there is another location where rings existed that this flesh mass came from.
All right, Kylie, you're up.
Astrid's thing is going to be after Hyacinth's freak out thing. I think Astrid wants to try and help her feel more comfortable. So, do you think going back to her homeworld would be something that Hyacinth would want?
I don't know. We've never talked about it. I don't know that that's necessarily the best idea,
Yeah, probably not.
considering you know that your parents don't remember you.
Oh, that's a fair point. Oh, I know. All right. How about we say a little hi to Kamala's parents? See what's up with that.
Oh, no.
Well, because the more we visit
Well-
them, I'm hoping the more we'll find out about why they're forgetting us.
Can I suggest something if you're going down the like family route?
Yeah.
We've never gone to Pleasure Planet,
Oh, that's
And-
true.
I had that down.
and
yeah.
that's where Mohan was born.
All right, let's go there. Let's go to Pleasure Planet.
Okay.
I feel like these years are split into thirds. So, like, the first half, we have that horrible thing with Hyacinth, and
Yeah.
then we save the race to recover, and now we're like, all right, let's end the year on a
Beach episode.
Yep.
episode.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go to Pleasure Planet, and like Astrid has suspicions that Mohan's family will not remember him. Also, kind of wants to test it out to see how that falls.
Mohan,
Let's give it a roll.
Shit.
Do you have family? You've never talked about them.
Do you have
We're about to
people
find
that
out.
would remember you?
You're about to...
4, 5, 6, 7. Great.
Make success.
Oh, my God. Keep doing
No.
sevens.
But
God
people
damn it.
knew you.
People knew me, yeah, but I don't have parents.
So who's someone that you, well, we'll start with you since it's, kind of surrounding you in Pleasure Planet and everything. You can either make it a negative or a positive. Or actually, no, let's not even do that. Just give us some background on who may know Mohan still.
How many years has it been since it's been like 15 years now since we
Yeah, 15 years
Yeah.
since you guys got abducted.
So some of them would probably still be there.
Actually, it would be 16 years.
My character was because we got taken when we were like 8. I
You
think,
were
right?
8 because you were 18 when we
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
the game.
Right, and then it's been 5 years since. So when I was
Actually, no, you were 20, so you were 10.
Yeah. So when I was like 6, I started working at a tea kind of place, but it's like dancers are there. It's not a brothel exactly,
Mhm.
but like kind of.
Entertainment.
Yeah, which is where I got all of my like performance stuff because I was like a tea boy. So the owner of it, she would remember me, and maybe like some of the dancers that stayed and now like teach or something. There'd be like a handful, but most of it's a pretty transient job, so there's not many people. But the owner would still be there, and maybe like 1 or 2 old timer ladies.
So that is who we are considering Mohan's family.
I love that. I was trying to find the notes I had for this planet because I know I created this planet, but I couldn't find it.
I have them.
But for my positive, we land down during this festival that occurs once a year. It is kind of a two-parter.
That's fine.
The festival itself is like two parts.
Oh, yes.
The first part is all about excess, kind of. It's like going crazy, letting loose, a lot of partying, a lot of dancing. It's for everyone to like go through all of their emotions they felt in the last year and just kind of get everything out in the open, like fight people, have a good time. It's like going extreme, like everything that you've been
Bottling up.
And then, so that's like 1 week long. And it's like a huge festival. There's food, drinks everywhere, rides. And then for the next week, it's the opposite, where people are much more contemplative and silent. And it's like people take the resting time that comes after that, kind of like at a monastery where people go on like trips to like find themselves, kind of. Mm-hmm. It's like that, but everyone does it. So people don't talk a lot, like shops are closed, people just kind of reflect on their life and stuff.
This is called The Last Night and the First Morning.
Yes. I forgot I written that down.
Yep. And the travel that you were talking about is that people go to the Vathis Mountains to celebrate peace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that.
And there's some fun stuff about the Vathis Mountains here that I'll be using as a negative.
Oh, no,
dear.
I forgot about that. It's been a while.
Made their way over there.
No robots in this planet. Well,
Okay.
there could be. I don't know.
Yeah, vending machines.
So
No robots, but that's not pretty.
Laura,
Really?
what the fuck? That looks like a goddamn skeleton giant.
I had a lot of fun with this planet.
Mohan, did you do?
I haven't done a positive or negative
Okay.
yet, you know.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
you
anyone
two-
has. Oh, no, you
No,
did. You
Laura's
just
was
did. Yeah.
Positive.
Positive.
Because we went during the festival. We got to
Yeah.
experience it.
I will do a negative so that you guys can choose fun things.
Okay.
I'll do a positive. We land, we go and do all that stuff. We were able to build a lot of like connections with local people because we stayed at the place where I lived. And do they remember me or not?
No.
No. So they don't remember me, but they're still like, oh, it's festival time, so come. And they were like really gracious hosts. And so it helps prepare us for the mountain trek because everyone was just like, it wasn't just like, oh yeah, come join us. It was like, oh yeah, come join us. And also let's teach you all about the culture. And, you know, you haven't been here in so long and clearly you're from this planet. So yeah, so we get a lot of helpful tips on how to survive on the mountain, even though it's supposed to be a peaceful mountain that you put giant beasts on.
Most of it's peaceful.
Except for the part that I'm assuming we stumble into.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a little bit more about this planet.
Yeah, what did I write several years ago that I totally remember?
Yeah.
I see
So
a pretty
you-
Lotus picture.
You gave me a few drugs that are used on this planet.
Mhm.
That tracks.
You also gave me that if you try to enter the Vathis Mountains not on these drugs, that's when those things come out. And if you're not on these drugs enough, that's when those things come out. Let me read the 2 drugs you gave me.
Oh, no.
There is Cog, which makes everything taste like chicken nuggets.
Were you high?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And here comes the next one. It's called Hooey.
I don't believe it.
Hooey makes you have female orgasms repeatedly as long as you're high, and it becomes mentally debilitating if you don't stop.
Laura, what the fuck?
I was having a good time in college.
What the fuck, dude?
Chicken nuggets and orgasms. You're like, that was my college.
So anyone who identifies as male going into these Vathis Mountains have to be super regular high, like just wanting fucking chicken nuggies, because that's what they're going to do. Any female identifying person who walks into these mountains is just quivering from orgasms as they try and walk this hike.
Unless they're on the cog with the chicken nugs.
That's true. But only the females can go that. Like, the men can't take the hooey.
Hooey. What the fuck?
They could try? I don't know what would happen if you would try. What would happen if a
I don't
male
know.
went
She
on...
specified it as just female orgasms.
Yeah, for the women.
Okay, guys get chicken nuggets, girls get orgasms?
Oh my god.
Or both.
What about non-binary?
You know what?
Chicken nuggets.
That applies to them too. This is not an exclusive drug. Only for men.
If you
Just
have
against men.
if you have the pieces to experience a female orgasm,
Yeah.
regardless of how you got them or whatever,
What was I thinking?
Yeah, what the fuck?
or
Oh, well, we know what you were thinking.
Chicken
Some of
nuggets.
You
nuggies.
you were absolutely high or drunk because
Ooh-wee.
craving chicken nuggets and horny as fuck. What other explanation is
Listen,
there?
the
kinda
rest
just
of
describes
this
it,
is
right?
probably fine, I swear.
So I'm just letting you know what drugs are available here and that you have to be very fucked up to get through these mountains to do your peaceful retreat.
I forgot about the retreat and you had to be on drugs or else the evil monster appears.
Yeah.
Because that's why it's a pleasure planet, partly because the culture evolved from them.
Let's see what I want to do negative with this information that I have. Oh, here's the other thing that can get you through is there are the angel wing geysers, which just spew hallucinogen from them. So if you just stick your face into one of these geysers before you try and go on the hike.
It makes you hallucinate?
Yep.
Good.
I may have been doing some acid in college.
No. You think?
The negative here is that you guys do participate in both the last night and the first morning. And part of the first morning is making this trek. How negative do I want to go with this crazy fucking thing? This is the first time that you guys are 100% aware that the flesh mass still exists. It's been 5 years,
dear.
and you've been like, this is probably still a thing, but, you know,
haven't
it
thought
hasn't
too hard
popped up
about
or
it.
anything. But you guys go on this trek, and you stick your face in the geysers so that you can be high to go on this trek into the Valthis Mountains. And you don't know if you're not quite high enough or if the spirits are fucking with you, but the hallucinations begin, and you guys are very quickly reminded of the existence of the flesh mass, in that the way it harms you mentally from having these hallucinations of it again, you know it's not gone.
Yeah. Bad trip, bro.
Bad trip, bro.
It's not a feeling.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know it's still out there.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And I think that's a good way to start segueing us back into our final boss territory.
Your turn.
Cap off our beach episode with
Another negative.
No, you're on a positive, aren't you?
Was I positive?
You have to be a negative.
Oh,
We
you
did
are.
positives.
You are another negative. Yep.
I think so. I think for me, the point of me wanting to go to Pleasure Planet was to learn more about why our families are forgetting us, and I think that because of when we landed and because of all the drugs, I didn't get any of the information that I was hoping to get. So I think
At least we finished this year refreshed and relaxed, and we had a good
high
time.
as fuck. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
we calmed down after that.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't last super long.
We are on year 6. I think you guys need. I mean, you don't need to. You guys don't need to get psychic powers, but if you want to have psychic powers, you are going to have to resolve the fact that Hyacinth doesn't want to teach you them, and that the ancients that you guys grabbed because you kind of wanted to have these as your new mechs are down. You guys got to
Yeah.
fix that problem.
Yeah.
We could do that next game.
That seems like something we should do during this time skip so that we don't have to like sit there spending time being like, okay, roll to fix, roll
Yeah.
to fix, roll to fix.
I'll go. What is our current status with the sovereignty of Catalonia?
Pretty nothing.
I want to make allies with them. I want to
Use your power from Cabez.
yes, I want to just start getting us external allies that are not pirates or small shackled worlds to help us prepare.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have us start doing jobs for them, helping them trade wise, stuff like that.
Making friends with the new king, King Eula of Barbalil and...
Yes! That's a 10, baby!
Wow.
Nice. Complete success. We were due for another one of those.
I was going to say, that's only the second one, and you had the other one.
Yeah, these are my good dice.
I hate you.
They're heavy.
I'm jealous.
They're heavy full metal dice.
Full metal dicemist?
Yes.
Full Metal Dicemist.
Cool.
Full Metal Dicemist.
Give me the pros. Give me the good.
Oh, you want to do a bad?
No, it's
Oh, no,
all
it's all
success.
pro. It's all pro.
Give me all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pros.
Yeah.
All right, where?
We're gonna go here.
To Zalisco.
Yeah, but it's like this whole area.
Yeah. It's all of that spot that's in blue. The section that's in green is not part of it.
The positive that I'm gonna say is we had landed. We were like going around, kind of just doing like whatever on the planet. But as we were going to land, the king was flying somewhere in like a ship, and it started to go down. And like with Kay and Hyacinth and all that, and like with all of our powers combined, we got the ship to land safely. And so that's why it's like, so he's like basically saved his life. And so now he's totally indebted to us, and whatever we need, just call on him and he'll come help us.
So King Eula of Barbalil is now an ally.
Yeah.
Love that.
But he's like, it's like if we have to like go fight a war, it's like he'll bring his army.
Mhm.
Like that level of, because we saved his life.
I know I'm supposed to go last, but I'm going to go now.
Okay.
I'm going to say that once we kind of start talking to him after we gain this alliance, I establish a direct trade route to Kabez with the sovereignty, and we start supplying them helper AI robots
nice.
for their like political protection
Yeah.
and other trade stuff that they have.
Cool. Kylie, do you have one?
I think I'm in a romantic mood, and I think that someone from our crew, that's obviously not me, makes some sort of love connection with someone in that royal family. I'll let Kamala decide who it's going to be.
Is it a like rando? Like, do you guys have like a bigger crew? Have you guys gotten a bigger ship? Like,
I think it's one of our like core,
your core people.
yeah, so like us, Rasmus, Kay, Hulla, yeah, that's kind of it, right? Hyacinth.
Hentry.
Hentry or Hentrietta. That's kind of, I think those are like
Bulby.
the ones. Bulby, yep.
I kind of like the idea of Kay finding someone.
That would be so cute.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Aw.
The king's daughter.
Why not the king?
We got another princess marrier.
Fuck yeah, we do.
Yep.
They both love ships, and they kind of bond over that in one of these like trade meetings we're all having together, and they're like in the back like so bored, and they start a really fun conversation, and they become friends, and then we're up in the stakes.
There we go. I'm going to make this a fun one. Because you helped both the Tawhide League and got rid of like your warrants earlier on, like Tawhide League is still very sketchy about you guys. They're probably not going to be any less sketchy now that you married the people that like just had a war with them like 5 years ago.
Oh, right, yeah.
Have now established real thick political ties with the other faction that was 100% against piracy. The only other place that currently has a warrant out for you guys is Astolia. They don't have a lot of pressure in the system, just in general. I think the AGF doesn't need to be secret anymore.
Ooh.
Whoa.
There's no more
Oh.
sector-wide ban on piracy. Like there's no hunting parties anymore. It doesn't mean that piracy is legal,
Right.
but there's no major factions actively hunting the AGF.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
And maybe the
We
AGF can be a
succeeded.
little bit more public now.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Luis.
Kay's relationship is like super taken off, and we're using all the resources that we have and all of our allies and the helper robots and all that stuff. I think that they're going to build a new ship for us that is the next size up. And like, we'll pay for like, supplies and stuff.
Yep.
But there's a huge discount because, whatever.
You're also doing a lot of the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the princess and Kay are like the main ship designers. So it's kind of like their little
Aw.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't get ruined.
Yeah.
Maybe I should use different dice.
We should use Laura's dice.
10.
Yay.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Woo.
Complete success. Okay, who wants to start with the positives?
I will go first.
They're all positives.
I mean, we go up a level. I think we get a nice ship. We can. I don't know what that means mechanic wise.
You want me
but
to
like
bring it up?
Yeah,
we
that would
get
probably be a good
we get
idea.
the sickest weapons, the sickest armor. Like we're
Ooh. We get the thingies that we were wanting that we weren't able to put on our other ship, and I don't remember what they were.
It doesn't matter. We'll figure that
Yeah,
out.
we'll figure
like
that out.
escape pods.
Yeah.
we need those.
We get the best shit. That's the positive. It works great. It's functional, nice and pretty. It looks intimidating too.
Yeah. Oh, I have one. Because we were the biggest people in designing it. Wowataka installs the hyperdrive thing.
Ooh,
What is it called?
spike drive.
The spike drill.
You don't need the spike drill. So you don't need the spike drill for the ship, like the fun ones that you guys got, the little tiny ones.
Yeah.
Those are used for mechs, which normally cannot do that.
Right. But what I'm saying is like how he did it with Kremlin.
Oh, he's going to install your new spike drill, just your
Oh.
ship's spike drill.
Right,
He's
yeah.
going to do it.
So now our ship is the only one with the ability to do that.
Yep. Or you can just freaking
Yeah.
hyperspace, just spike drill immediately.
Oh yeah.
And Wowataka also worked on like understanding psychic portaling technology, which is
Yeah.
why they had him there and everything. So he was able to like utilize what he's learned from working on Kremlin and like fixing
Yeah.
him up. And
We have the ancients and all that. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
so he just decks you guys out with your spike drives.
Yeah.
You're going up a class, so instead of so you had a fighter originally. The Paradise is currently a frigate, so now we're going to go up to cruiser class. Is what you want to do?
Oh yeah, cruising through space.
So
That
you,
sounds like a lot of responsibility.
well, we are heroes now. We're
Yeah.
supposed to be-
True, you're right. Okay, yeah.
yep, and I think this makes the most sense. So you guys now have a fleet cruiser.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which I think also makes sense with like you having like even though it was a failure, like you guys took the other people out, like the other children out. So like having a fleet cruiser leading a fleet.
Yeah. Now yeah. So like now the orbital children can like fill up cruise spots and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys now it is the Paradise is the Alerozak Galactic Flotilla Sanguinity Fleet Cruiser Paradise.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow. I'm sorry, I just do that now.
Wow.
It's just part of me.
Kylie, did you have a positive, or do you want me to do my positive?
I'm assuming that there's kind of like internally underneath the cluster captains, there's a bit of a like inherent hierarchy, right?
Yes.
With like some have more responsibility, some have more like seniority and that kind of thing.
It's mostly they rank it on like contribution / power. So
Okay.
like the people who have the most power, the three most powerful branches that have the most influence over their branch are the ones that become the cluster captains.
Okay. I think what this new ship / kind of what has happened within these last 6 years or whatever,
Uniting the galaxy.
like pulling that together, helping the Tahai League regain their territory and that kind of thing. I think that has increased our standing
Yep.
within the AGF as a whole. So I think we have like a little bit more like prestige and like respect, even though we are still fucking like 20-year-olds.
If there becomes an opening in the cluster captains, they know who is filling the spot.
Right. Yeah. I think we're at that, like, we have established ourselves pretty clearly. We're not always competent, but like we can get shit done.
Should we clock up the AGF timer?
Yes.
Yeah. That would make sense, I think. So yeah, I think our reputation within the AGF should go up based off of the new ship, the ability of our new ship because of Wowataka's spike drive
I love it.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're big shots now.
And then my positive is throughout the months that it takes to do this, Kay and his girlfriend are working on building the ship and working on making fittings and everything. And Hyacinth is just kind of watching as someone who's like very engineering minded herself as well. There's like something beautiful that's happening with all of this being built and all of like the unity. And you guys have like a crew of 50 now. You're not just like the small 10 of you that there were before.
Yeah.
She notices that like Kay and Wowataka and they keep going over to the ancients and just not being able to figure out how to do anything with them. Like they keep like racking their brains about it. Wauataka should have like some ability. Like you see that Wauataka makes like some progress occasionally with them, but it always seems to like fail and like they get frustrated. And eventually Hyacinth puts down her fear or pride or whatever it is that is doing that. And she picks up a meta tool and just starts getting to work one day just next to Kay and Wauataka. And you guys have these modern ancients that are your mechs.
Yay!
Yay!
They're fixed.
Yay.
Yep.
And she doesn't hate us anymore.
Oh,
Well, she didn't hate us, but like she's not.
The shell is breaking.
Yeah.
yay!
Yeah.
Or broken, I would say at this point. Like,
Oh, we broke the first shell. It's a giant mech.
now you broke the shell over her heart.
Yeah.
The emotional shell. So, okay. I think I've decided what I want to do. So, I think our little trip to Pleasure Planet and the massive reminder of the flesh mass being out there made Astrid kind of contemplate her life a little bit. So I think Astrid got a little contemplative. And I don't know about you guys, but I think she kind of realized that like we're going to have to deal with this sooner or later. And I would really like to spend time with Abigail and the people I really care about before we have to do this. So I think that we do a wedding.
Yay!
Let's see a roll.
Oh,
Marriage.
fuck.
True
Okay.
love.
Can this be the one time I get to re-roll if it goes badly?
Well, even if it goes badly, it doesn't have to be like the wedding goes
Yeah, yeah.
badly. It's not like an impact on your relationship.
Or is it?
Or is it?
I don't know. We're kind of in control of that with our
I'm
negatives.
afraid. I'm genuinely afraid. That's a 6 and a 3. 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Nice.
It's
mixed
still a
success.
mixed success.
But there is success.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think we should let Kylie have one of the negatives so she can soften the blow of the negative.
Yeah.
And two of us have to make positives. Who wants to start?
Where do you have the wedding? Is it on the EGF or in your home planet or what?
Just in the Lucky Meteor.
No, so I think
Lucky Meteor Bar and Wedding Venue.
I think that we do have it on our home planet because I think that over this time we've started to establish
Whose home planet?
mine
Yours. Okay.
because Abigail's is Undernot's planet and
Yeah.
that ain't we're not going back there.
Yep.
And most of Abigail's like family and stuff are either integrated into Taza
Yep.
when we did the thing or she had left that place already. So I feel like if she left family behind, I'm saying like that it probably wasn't like on good terms when she like joined her little party.
They're nomads. They don't care.
Well, I'm going to say that they're on the AGF. They're just like civilians now.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we have it on my home planet of Ket. Yes. And I think because Askla and I have managed to, and like kind of all of us have kind of become a presence in like our village and like our nomad little group and stuff that like it feels very homey, I think at this point. So I think we have it there and we're like, oh, like it would be so nice if all of you guys could come. Like, you know, like you've really accepted us into your like family group and like it feels right and like all that stuff so that like my parents could be there without it being like my parents are here kind of thing. And then we don't have to introduce them to the fact that we're pirates because I don't think we have them knowing that yet, which would be preferable, I think.
Good
and then,
luck.
and then like all the people that like we care about can be there just in like, and like I think Astrid's like, okay, we have to act normal. We have to act like we're like regular merchants or something like that. Don't let it slip that we're pirates. And I just like, I think Astrid just keeps saying this over and over to like everyone who's coming.
Rasmus just puts his eye patch away.
Yes, I'm like,
Just,
Erasmus,
aw.
you cannot wear that. No. Okay.
I got it specifically made for look at it as gold embroidery.
You look menacing as heck with that on. You're taking it off for the wedding. You can put it on after. You can put it back on at the reception, but not for the wedding.
I have a negative.
Fuck.
Oh, yes.
Great. Okay.
Yes.
What the fuck?
One of Abigail's old flames stands up and when someone asks, does anyone have any issues with this? And they stand up and make a big scene and Abigail punches them in the face.
Yeah.
But it does cause a scene.
It does cause a scene.
And then things go back, but
it was there.
That'll forever stain the moment just a little bit.
But you're even more in love with her because she punched the person in the face.
Do you want to have a negative or a positive, Kylie?
Do
you want to soften the blow or make it a really big positive?
I think I'd like to soften the blow.
Okay. So me and Luis are not allowed to do positives.
Yeah.
No,
we are positives.
We are positives.
Yours is
I did a
negative.
negative.
Yep. Yeah. Negative, negative, positive, positive.
Because someone made a scene at my wedding, which absolutely would be a big fucking negative for me. Which is why
gotta
we
make
didn't
things go well.
Which is why we didn't include if anyone has an objection. We did not include objections at our wedding, in case you did not notice that.
I did because I was gonna.
I know, that's why.
That's my man.
You are literally the reason I said no to that.
I object.
You guys could talk about the food or the dancing.
Maybe everyone else gets laid at the wedding,
the
and
night
it's a
after.
really good time for everybody.
Yeah.
Aw, Kay could get laid.
Oh my God.
Baby's first fuck. I'm the worst.
You don't know me.
I'm sorry.
It's been years.
That's true.
I think the positive that I'm going to do is during the reception when everyone's like dancing and everything and having a good time and there's like the many moons of Ket are like starting to set and everything, you hear the slightly less crunchy but still very rusted body of Kremlin.
No.
Just as fast as his exact same walking speed as he can go. You can feel the urgency in his clunk, clunk, clunk. And you hear like his arms extending and he's starting to make like a ruckus while everyone is dancing. Someone follows him to like keep him under control and keep him in check. And he finds in some bushes nearby, some field, whatever, an injured animal that he picks up and brings back to the party. And I will give you a choice of a pet. So you have found a pet at your wedding that is now part of the crew. You get to design it, make it what you want it to look like, but it is something from Ket. Nordic influences there. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to decide now, but
Okay.
Astrid now has a pet that is like on the ship with you guys at all times.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay. Astrid gets a pet. Woo!
And Kremlin is very attached to this pet.
That's actually adorable, and I like it.
For my positive, I'm going to say while you were doing your vows and stuff, when you looked over at your parents, you could tell that they, for like a moment, could recognize who you were and like they shed a tear. And then they were like, oh, it was nice.
You're going to make me cry.
That is nice.
Aww.
And they were like glad to be there.
Now you have to make it negative.
Yeah.
I know. I'm thinking. I think that the negative that I'm going to give this is that, and I might need, you guys might need to help me out deciding what exactly. I think something happens during the like wedding this reception afterwards or something that makes us imminently have to start preparing to face the flesh mass.
Ooh.
Okay. You are on your honeymoon, whatever's happening, and there is a news broadcast that comes over the radio, and you just hear all in your heads. You guys are all in your different places, and there is just a rattling that is just felt in your bones. And some of you, I think Mohan is like with the other children who were from the island and everything, doing some sort of mission, taking them out places, and all of you just stop and look at each other when the news starts going off to all of your compads and you open up just to see the planet Ephidazaki, the home of the Psionic Academy, disappears.
What?
What?
And in its place is the flesh mass as it consumes the entire planet. And Mother Doria, you're with her for, you're still trying to do diplomacy stuff, Mohan.
Yeah.
She looks at you and says,
It's them. The Terrans are back.
Fucking Christ.
now you know that the flesh mass are the Terrans.
Fuck. Yeah. Okay.
And that's going to be the end of this session as we kick off going into our final arc of the last 9 episodes of the campaign.
God damn.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Didn't we put the underground guys on that planet?
No.
Oh,
You put them on Kabez.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Kamala's planet, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
We just saved them.
No. So the Psychic Academy is gone. The foremost area of psychic knowledge is gone.
We're fucked.
They gotta have copies of their books. It's all online. It's digital age.
Oh, we might need to go back to that archive.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
See
luck.
if they have copies of...
Who knows how well that backup happened or how secluded that faction was.
Fuck. Okay.
So
It's a 10, so I think
they're
it's
fine.
Good, yeah.
Everything's
It's fine,
good.
it's fine. Yeah,
Everything's
yeah, yeah.
great. So anyways, that has been the episode. Thank you all for listening. Thank you to Wowbit for the use of our theme song, Into the Portal. And thank you to Kevin MacLeod for the use of our ending theme, On the Shore. Visit our Ko-Fi to find more out about the faction turns that we've mentioned a few times. And come hang out on our Discord. That's the biggest thing that we want. Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Discord.
Anyways, that's all I got. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for listening. And we'll see you next time as we figure out what the fuck we're doing with the Terrans that have arrived.
Shit.
The Terrans are coming. The Terrans are
damn
coming.
It, she was right.
Back to the opening first episode
crazy
of
fucking lady was right.
the crazy doomsayer.
I knew the Terrans are coming. I'm a Terran. Remember?
Okay, Flesh Boy.
In the Ko-Fi, which tier is it for the live stream?
For the live stream is Flotilla Friends.
Flotilla Friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Watch the live stream.
Yeah.
Be live stream now.
If you donate $10 a month, you become a Flotilla friend, and we do a live stream. And I think we're going to start doing the mooring for people who are Flotilla friends and place them in their own branches of the government.
That would be so much
That'd be cool.
fun.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.